Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment, and today's videos you'll see beside me we have the brand new Kubota F3710 front mount mower. Again, it is the top of the line unit in that lineup. In today's video it's an overview, so what we always do is start at the front, work our way to the back, talking about this unit and bringing all the key features. So stick with us. So whenever we talk about the F3710 and where it fits in the Kubota lineup, as I mentioned, it is a front mount mower from Kubota. So you have the itty bitty GF1800, and then you skip up to the full size F series, which is your 2690 to start, either in 2 or 4-wheel drive. And then we get up into the top of the line unit, the full blown F3710, which has a brand new engine in it. It's a new common rail engine. The big thing to take away from this is it's not the F3990, which was a complete disaster. It is a brand new unit that way, completely redesigned. So whenever you start talking about redesign, you start out front on these units. What's changed? And the answer to that is nothing. The mower decks and everything that were available are still available and were available before. Nothing's really changed. But to give you an idea, there's 4 decks available, 2 side discharge and 2 rear discharge, either at 60 or 72 inch. There's 2 blowers available. A 51 inch and a 57. If you are going to be putting blowers on it, you're going to be needing a set of remotes, 1 or 2 sets on the front there for your hydraulic rotate and hydraulic deflector. You're going to get into a couple different blade sizes. Again, a 60 or 72 inch blade, depending if you're doing sidewalks or commercial work with it. And then they also have a few other things available, like a sweeper and a debris blower, all requiring the quick hitch system on the front. There is a cab available for this unit. Pretty awesome cab. It is made by Tektite for Kubota. Before, there was a Curtis cab available for the 3990s, and the F80 series all had Curtis cabs available for them, either through Kubota or Curtis cabs themselves. Kubota has moved away in Canada from Curtis and now moved to a Canadian company called Tektite. The new cab, and I'm sure whenever we get one in, we'll be bringing that video to you. The biggest difference you'll see is, well, cabs look like cabs, you know, they got a couple doors and lights and everything, but it does have AC available for it. So pretty big change that way. I'm not going to say that the AC is cheap or anything. You're probably looking at about $8,000–9,000 for that unit, the AC part of the cab, but at the end of the day, it is nice that it is available to you. So now we move into the operator station. What makes it so special? Again, it's a very comfortable unit, yet still stays very simplistic in the operation of the unit. So if you start right out front here, we have a brand new LED light. Gives you all the light you need because you're never going to use it at night. I mean, it is one LED light. It could use about 6 more if you're going to be using it at night. But again, one is still better than none, and it's still a step up, a huge step up from a halogen light like you would have seen in the predecessors. So after that, you move a little bit farther back. We've got this nice fancy canopy up top there. Pretty simplistic. It is exactly what it is. It's called a full 4-post canopy. We sell a lot of them because it meets a lot of criteria because of that fall rating on top. It does meet that. So again, they do still make simple canopies for the top if you want to go that way. This one is a little bit more money, gives you a little bit more protection, and is required if it's going for a municipality or federal grass cutting and this thing. So that's a little bit of a spiel on that. Then you move a little bit further back down into the actual operator station. You'll see a nice deluxe seat there. It is not as nice as what you're going to see on the ZD1600 series with that air ride seat. So whenever you're talking about relatively the same cost, it would be, should be come standard with that air ride on it, just like you see on the ZD1600 series. In and around there, you're going to see lots of space. Kubota advertises a toolbox in there somewhere. Obviously, it's not very big. I think it is under the seat. It might hold a grease gun if you're lucky, and I mean if you're lucky. There isn't a whole lot of knobs and dials and everything. It's very simplistic, whether it's the one-piece hydrostat pedal, you can gauge your PTO. You've got a digital display, so that is all new to this unit. It is nice and simple. It is the same one you're going to see on the LX20 series and in the predecessors for that. So basically the same as like a little larger B series. So it gives you a lot of information really quick, and it is nice that it's not off to the side or anything. It is right in front of you, so it makes it very visually appealing to you. So that is kind of gives you a lowdown of what's so nice and special about the operator station. Let's move a little bit farther back, talking about that brand new engine. So the biggest redesign you're going to see on the F3710 that makes it different from the F3990 is this brand new engine in the back. So, and I say brand new kind of loosely, it is the exact same engine that you're going to see on the LX3310 and the brand new 20 series units. So pretty awesome unit, pretty simplistic. It has that nice little turbo in there. As Kyle likes to remind me, it is pretty cute. It is small, so it delivers what it's supposed to do. You know, it is 37 or 36.8 horsepower, something like that it does for you. It's nice, clean, efficient. Kubota will tell you that, oh, it's very easy to do your maintenance and everything. It's not. In the scheme of things, yes, it is. Compared to all the other F-Series or a BX or a GR, no, it really isn't that simple. You can see there's a lot going on in there. One thing that I can't stress enough, if you did end up purchasing something like this, is make sure that you have very clean fuel in there. There is a couple of different separators and fuel filters to kind of go through to remove any bad fuel. But again, it is very important. It's a very expensive engine in there, so just be it's a good idea to maintain it, kind of idea. You've paid a lot for it, so look after it. After that, it is four-wheel drive and a shaft drive to the front. So again, that's what gives it and delivers all its power to its either mower decks or snowblowers. And that's why people like it. It is pretty much full-on commercial unit. It's very heavy duty, whether it starts with the engine, transmission, those mower decks. You're not really going to see these at residential use. I'd probably recommend just an F2690 if you were going residential. So strictly commercial. What you're going to see a lot too in Canada is it cuts grass in the summer, it blows snow in the winter. These get used a lot for doing your sidewalks because you can really narrow them down and get into that 51 inches. So very popular for us up here. Some of the drawbacks we kind of see or get mentioned about the F-Series lineup in general, especially if you get up into the big top of the line one here, is it could really use a bigger deck. You know, 72 is awesome. Kubota did have a 100-inch, 10 years ago. That was a complete failure. It just didn't work. It would be nice if they developed that 84-inch. I know it is hard to get to transport it that way, but again, bigger is always better, especially when you got that much horsepower behind you. It's going to take a lot of time for Kubota to regroup on this. That F3990 was, well, it just didn't work, just like the B3350, and it all related back to that engine. It's going to take time before you really see these out there again. They are a very expensive unit, as well as, well, they just don't have that history behind them like the 80 series did. So it's going to take a lot of time for them to build up that brand quality and just to see them out there again. So again, if you are in the market though for a big front mount system, this may be the unit for you. I strongly recommend stopping in at your local Kubota dealership, taking a look at it, seeing if it is up your alley. There is lots of ways to make it your own, whether it be deck size and blowers and everything. And you will truly enjoy this unit. So if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please down below. Thank you.